Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We can get a much more accurate read on what is going on in the market trend using candlestick signals. For example, we could see there was a resistance level right here on the Dow, and note how the indecisive trading, Doji's, hanging man, and then finally today, with stochastic starting to curl down, the Dow closed below the T-line. That improves the probabilities that we're now starting to back off. Same scenario here on the NASDAQ. You can see how they failed up here at this resistance level. And today it opened lower and traded lower. So now it becomes a very easy trend analysis assessment. But if today was a doji, if they open lower tomorrow, the Doji rule says we're heading lower. So this should give traders as well as investors a little bit more insight as to it might be time to take some profits on patterns that are showing weakness, such as net. You can see there was a Frypan bottom setting up on net. You had a gap up through this level. However, when they close back below the T-line, that gives you the strong indication that this pattern has failed. This Frypan bottom, close it out. What did we need to see from this pattern? It coming back up to test the high. What we need to see is in our recommendation on Bullfrog, one of the artificial intelligence stocks, that you had a Frypan bottom and they were breaking out through this level, telling us as long as we're above the T-line, the probabilities are that this is going to trade higher. Now, there's a very strong benefit of a pattern. The Frypan bottom is a buildup of investor sentiment. So even when the markets are backing off, the buildup of investor sentiment was based upon something other than the overall market trend. There's a very simple rule coming out of a Frypan bottom. You can stay long as you don't see a close back below the T-line. Now, more importantly, you want to find the patterns that are working in conjunction with the market. So we could see in Rivian, our recommendation to short a few days ago was based upon this dumpling top. Or basically, we can analyze we were in a downtrend. They tried to take it up and they failed by coming back below the T-line. Now we have a dumpling top, which is the opposite implication of a Frypan bottom, but there's going to be a strong move to the downside, giving us much more accurate read as far as which positions you want to be long and which positions you want to be short. So the candlestick signals tell you when there's strong bearish sentiment, like in a bearish kicker signal. We recommended shorting CALX because of that bearish kicker signal. Today, for some reason, it gapped way up, but you could see who was in control. Immediately, the bears took control. This is another strong sell signal right here at this level. You stay short, especially if this trades lower. So the patterns produce results, and they aren't deterred by the overall market direction because of the longer buildup of investor sentiment. So on something like Chegg, where we recommended when it came out through this breakout level with a trend kicker signal, it gapped up for some reason today, but that was in conjunction with the fact that we're in a Frypan bottom. Got a big gap area here that if they fill the gap, they're pretty much coming up to test the 200-day moving average. Once again, the advantage of using candlestick patterns is because they are the development of investor sentiment that have been analyzed by the Japanese rice traders for hundreds of years. Gives us much more insights as to what's going on in investor sentiment and individual stocks. So to take advantage of that, we are doing a top-ranked candlestick signals and patterns on Saturday, 2 days from now. This is where we go through the top-ranked signals and patterns that are put in quantitative order. There's about 15 to 18 of them. But what it does illustrate is that the top one, number one, And number 18 is not a bad signal pattern. It's still a very strong signal pattern. We've just put them in a quantitative order to train people how to use the information built into the candlestick signals to not only analyze which stock prices or which price movements have the strongest potential movement. I should say it the other way. Not only can we detect when the price movements have a high degree of probability of moving in a specific direction, but we can analyze which ones have the strongest potential moving in that direction. So join us. It gives you a lot of insights that will greatly improve your trading from here on in. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.